Areas of advanced composite shapes. Calculate the pink shaded area of the shape below. So what's that made of? It's made of this rectangle and two semicircles. Now we know this length is 6 millimeters, and that tells us that the radius of this semicircle is 3 millimeters. This is 20 millimeters, and therefore the radius of this semicircle is 10 millimeters. So the overall area that we want is going to be the area of the rectangle added to the area of the small semicircle added to the area of the large semicircle. So for the rectangle, that's going to be 20 multiplied by 6. The small semicircle, well, we know that a circle is pi times the radius squared. So that's going to be pi multiplied by 3 squared, but it's only a semicircle. So divide by 2. And then here the radius is 10, and divide by 2 because it's a semicircle. So we just need to calculate this. So let's bring in our calculator. And we have 20 times 6. Then I'm going to add that to pi multiplied by 3 squared. Divide that by 2. And then I'm going to add to that pi multiplied by 10 squared. And divide that by 2. That gives me 291.216 and so on. So 291.216 and so on. And I'm going to give this answer to 2 decimal places. I'm not asked for any particular accuracy. So 291 point, so that's 216, so that would round the 1 up. So 22, and the lengths are millimeters, and this is an area, so that will be in millimeters squared, and I've given that answer correct to 2 decimal places. Calculate the pink shaded area of the shape below. So it appears that we have a triangle, a right angle triangle, with a quarter circle cut out. So the area we want is going to be the area of the triangle take away the area of the quarter circle. Now a triangle is base times height divided by 2, so the base is 10 and the height is 6. So that's 10 times 6 divided by 2, or a half times base times height. And then we've got a quarter of the whole of this circle. The radius is 4, so that will be pi times 4 squared. Note, I could have written this as pi times 4 squared divided by 4, and we could have written this as a half times 10 times 6. So any of those things are acceptable. So let's calculate this. Once again, no degree of accuracy, so I'll give my final answer to 2 decimal places, but let's work it out first. So we have 10 times 6 divided by 2, and we're taking away pi times 4 squared divided by 4, which of course just works out to be pi times 4 if we cancel the 4's. So that's 17.433 and so on. So 17.433 and so on. And I'll give that to 2 decimal places, 17.43. The lengths are in centimetres, so centimetres squared, and that's correct to 2 decimal places.